I have been working for more than 35 years for prestigious luxury brands, but I do not know directly, and I don't come directly from your industry. I am not as good as you for jewelry. But I was doing branding for a big part of my life, and I want to share with you my experience regarding brand creation and strategy. This is only my vision, and I hope you will find some of it useful for yourself. Men and jewelry, human being and jewelry, it's a timeless love affair. Since the beginning of time, men and women have sought ways to decorate and embellish themselves. Contrary to animals, especially birds, where the male has the most beautiful colors to attract females, in the human race, women are the ones who try to embellish themselves. However, there is also a growing potential market for men. These pictures are pictures taken in a remote place in Africa, between Kenya and Ethiopia, along the Homo River, where few explorers managed to get there, as it is very difficult access. I love these photos. I know you are not producing that kind of things, but I think it's quite interesting to see how the people take just a part of the nature to embellish themselves. Lunula, less than 200 of these crescent of fine sheets gold have been discovered to date. They represent some of the earliest examples of worked gold to be found in Great Britain. And it is possible that they were all the work of a handful of expert gold workers. They are found most commonly in Ireland, although a few others have been found in England and in Europe. But, as I said, men and jewelry is a timeless love affair. It's a symbol of celebrations, engagements, weddings and anniversaries, symbol of self-indulgence, assertiveness. There is a lot of new clients coming every day, a new type of clients, active women, working women, as well as social position and investment. The growth of jewelry industry is directly linked with the growth of gold. For decades, it has been a safe haven investment as well source of speculation for investors. Global gold demand spread between investment, jewelry, and technology. The global gold demand for 2011, it's more than 4,000 tons. It's a volume which is up to by 0.4% compared to previous year, with a value of 205.5 billion US. And the global demand for first half of 2012, it's a little bit more than 2,000 tons, a volume down by 5% compared to previous year, same time, and the value is 111 billion US. The graph shows the gold consumption intensity per capita as it is today. For sure, Hong Kong is a big purchaser per capita, but you cannot compare because China is such a big country. But anyway, it's quite important to see that those two areas are the top good consumer of gold. China plus 13% in 2011 compared to 2010, with nearly 511 tons, 166.7 billion RMB. And the first half of 2012, 250 tons with 84.4 billion RMB. Hong Kong, plus 33.5% in 2011 versus 2010, with 27.5 tons, and for the first half of 2012, 13.7 tons. Chinese consumer continue to focus on pure gold as it is a purchase, Chinese consumers continue to focus on pure gold jewelry as its purchase is still a quasi investment purpose. There is still a lot of 24 karat gold. China will continue to generate a significant proportion of consumer demand by maintaining its strong cultural link with the metal. However, signs of economic slowdown in China for the past few months and the increasing maturity of the market are likely to result in a deceleration of recent growth rates. Demand for marriage jewelry remained resilient, especially that the year of the dragon was a suspicious one for weddings. Measures were taken in April 2012 to decrease the import rates on gold jewelry in China. This may help stimulate domestic demand while reducing the competition tax advantage of Hong Kong, which sees considerable buying from mainland Chinese. Slowdown in a high-end segment due to a drying up of the gifting market in PRC, and I think this is temporary, in the wake of political transition. Hong Kong, record year level for 13 years, helped by great number of tourists from mainland China, still attracted by Hong Kong thanks to lower taxes, but also by more contemporary jewelry design. Wedding jewelry also remaining strong in Hong Kong. The jewelry retail industry has changed and showed growth over the last 10 years due to the increasing income of the population, probably also the globalization of the brands, and a demand from the emerging economies across the world. USA remained the largest consumer for jewelry still, followed by China, India, Middle East, and Japan. UK and Italy are the largest consumer in Europe. China and India are expected to become the largest consumption markets for both traditional and branded jewelry. The jewelry market projected growth was 38% and 48% CAGR, which is compound annual growth rate, for PRC and Hong Kong and Macau respectively, over the 2009 and 2015 period. We estimated 12% growth for year 12 and 15% for year 13, which would lower the CAGR to 21 and 23% respectively for PRC and Hong Kong, Macau for 2009 and 2015. The fastest growing category shall be gold products with 22 and 24 CAGR for PRC and Hong Kong, Macau region over 2009 and 2015. Platinum gold carat products are projected to grow at 22% 23 CAGR for PRC and Hong Kong and Macau region for the same period. Gem set products with higher margin for retailers are projected to grow at 19%. Okay, you know your industry better than me. You know all the trip of the products from the source of the stones or the metal to the finished product. But this is a part of a study made 6 years ago by KPMG in order to foresee the challenges in the jewelry industry, supply chain by 2015, and many things already fell into place. Jewelry sales slowed down and new markets, geographical and products appear. Palladium is expected to establish itself as an alternative in jewelry fabrication. Gold and jewelry will continue to dominate the market with 82%. Growth of the jewelry industry is expected to slow down in favor of the other luxury products such as watches and accessories. China and India are becoming the new fabrication centers for studded jewelry versus US. The jewelry pipeline is seeing consolidation. Shrinking margin and high level of depth will modify the look of the value chain, especially the diamond processing segment. Small players will be acquired or will go out of business, and we will see mass or niche players appear. The jewelry industry will need to be creative to continue growing, target new customers, and identify new products development, identify new markets. There is different sorry, my stupid French accent. There is different types of jewelry players. That one is okay. The brand, the strong brand, the big brands, it seems that less than 10% of the worldwide consumption of jewelry is purchased through the brands only. In Asia, the brands are very important as they represent a warranty of authenticity, strong importance of the brand, of the size of the shops, of the communications. But brands need to keep up with branding to stay competitive. In the past, a couple would just buy a round or square diamond-shaped engagement ring as long as the clarity, color, and carat were good. Now brands create their own diamond cut, adding values and identity to their products. It means branding the product. And here you have an example of a special cut diamond for Louis Vuitton. Then, because we are talking about Hong Kong, a little bit about China, we have the local most well-known players. Michel Hong from Carnet, Wallace Chan, and Edmond Chin as a creative guy working for many people in the industry. Then we have something which is completely new for the last 10 years. I didn't know the CEO was there because I wouldn't take. I hope I will not do any mistakes about Cho Sang-sang. In the past 10 years, a new phenomenon is appearing linked to China's expansion as well as the price of gold. You know, I have been in Asia for nearly 30 years, and it's unbelievable the speed of brands like Cho Sang-sang or Chow Tai Fook in the last 10 years. How they spray, and mainly how strong they are, the size of the shops. Cho Sang-sang, even if it has been created in 1934, has now, from my figures, over 340 shops in Greater China, Hong Kong and Macau, Taiwan. Chow Tai Fook has probably more than 1,500 shops across China, Macau, and Hong Kong. It's interesting to see how these brands communicate. They follow the path of the big luxury brands. They advertise by the top of the range, even if they sell a large quantity of small products. So they are completely the business. They are branding. Then we have something which is as well interesting in Hong Kong and in China. The big dealers and people like Eng Deli or Emperor, for instance, big watch distributors want to take advantage of their existing network in China to start promoting jewelry. So it is a competition. It will be a competition for the business. Reversely, group like Chow Tai Fook will probably use its jewelry network to enter into the watch distribution. And there is also in Hong Kong still some small independent jewelry manufacturers or retailers with owned workshop. Yes, Hong Kong is a privileged and central location in Asia, but Hong Kong still had a privileged position in the jewelry industry. China is indeed developing itself in the jewelry industry, but still has a long way to go to reach the level of Hong Kong in terms of quality and know-how. But be careful, because the Chinese do in 5 years what the rest of the world does in 10 years. Hong Kong still enjoys its reputation and easy access to the international business network. However, soon the quality and the production in China will definitely improve. So far, China is still lacking creativity, and its image, for the time being, in the Western world is still a negative one. Poor qualities, fake products, and so on. Chinese middle class will more than double by 2020, reaching 280 million affluent consumers, which will ensure 75% of the growth in the luxury product in China. The strength of China, it's a huge consumer market going up. China will therefore remain the privileged development field for luxury brands. They need to diversify and adapt to their new customers. What possibilities should Hong Kong seek or consider to maintain its high-end leadership and its gateway positioning to China? Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association should act as a real association promoting and defending the jewelry industry and trade in Hong Kong. I think they are doing that, but we can always do better. It's like a soccer team. There is often one star player, but you need 11 players to win the game. It needs to attract a few well-known ambassadors to promote the whole industry. I know some of the big names don't want to play with you, but you should attract them. Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association could try to represent the whole trade and industry, local players and foreign players trying to set foot in Asia. Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association could try to organize conferences, more conferences, with international brands. Must reinforce its position as the Hong Kong jewelry trade promoter by organizing its own exhibitions. Not only that one, different exhibitions. Need to step up so that the international brands and new international designers will need you in Hong Kong, but also abroad, so that people abroad understand the quality and strengths of Hong Kong. Creating a school of jewelry designer or specialized craftsmen. Create a label or brand representing all the jewelers, such as in France there is an association called the Creative Jewelers, and they create a brand and they sell this brand in their shops, even if they create different things. They promote independent jewelers by giving them a platform to communicate and sell. Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association must become essential to the Hong Kong jewelry trade. I also suggest, because I try to check, you renew your website. It's too professional, you need to open it. A website is not only something to explain what you are, it's something to attract more people. I think you need as well an official center. This is the Diamond Stock Exchange in Belgium. And if you could have one building to organize exhibition, to attract the visitors, to be interlocutor with other markets, it might be very interesting. A unique center promoting your association to organize exhibition and welcome foreigners. Also, very important, you must be involved in the Chinese development. They need you. Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association cannot let go this great opportunity that is China opening. It is legitimate for Hong Kong to take part of China's development. It needs to act as a go-between. All developing market is a market that needs structure, support to organize itself from high-end to entry price. Until now, gold is purchased by weight in China. There is still a lot to accomplish, and Hong Kong Jewellery Manufacturer Association must seize every opportunity. Thank you.